Minnesota begins the game with the basketball. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Bucks basketball. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. To Bledsoe. Nothing going here on that drive. Bledsoe. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Teague. To Towns. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. Bledsoe with it up top. Leads just Bledsoe slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Butler to bring it up. Down 3. To Gibson. Wiggins to Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler to Towns. Here's a chance from long range, and Karl-Anthony Towns. Muscle memory put to good use there.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he hits.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Gibson. Defender was right there. He has to know better. Bledsoe with the basketball. 2-point advantage to Middleton. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Lopez scores from the post.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. It's Minnesota basketball to Towns. Inside, he scores.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Bledsoe with it up top. Lead is 2. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Teague with it up top. 10-6, our score. Butler to Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Bledsoe with the basketball. The score 10-8. Middleton to Bledsoe. To Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
Butler to Towns. Nice finish at the rim.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Brogdon to Middleton. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Teague with the basketball. 10-all is our score. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Adetokunbo. Just not going down. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting reports. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Teague with it up top. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Here comes the screen. Butler to Teague. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance? Almost, but no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
We played one in Wisconsin with the Bucks on top here on their home floor. Jay and I come back to Milwaukee after this. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch. It's
a one-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Middleton to DiVincenzo. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, stays out.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Rose. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. To DiVincenzo. To Middleton. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose. To Towns. Rose. And scores. Karl-Anthony Towns with the finish.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl-Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
With another basket there.
To all the fantasy players out there, how do you not take a guy like Chris Middleton? He gets you points, rebounds, assists every night, and by the way, he's second only to LeBron James in total minutes played last year.
Down low Towns. The pass set it all up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Adetokunbo to Brogdon. To Adetokunbo. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
See, I don't like that shot right there. pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Butler to Rose. Has a look. To Gibson. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. The follow won't go either. To Adetokunbo. Goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. The shot denied by Towns.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Rose into the front court. They're down three. Butler to Wiggins. Butler to Rose. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo. Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Pulled in by Brogdon. Easy pad to the rim. Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. T to Towns. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Gibson. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. To Bledsoe. To Lopez. And it's blocked by Gibson. Bledsoe.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here's Lopez, down low. Oh, that's rejected by Towns.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Finish that. So a tie one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to...
The Bucks have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Timberwolves are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Field goals.
It doesn't seem fair to nitpick either team's first half performance, particularly when you consider how well each team shot the ball. In a variety of ways, these guys are battling back and forth offensively. It's made for an interesting game.
Player of the half.
Brook Lopez did a remarkable job of swatting shot after shot. Scorers have got to be thinking twice when he's within range.
Cole.
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. To Brogdon. Surveys the floor. Knocked loose. They've got it in the open floor. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Wiggins to Butler. Ah, the monster stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Giannis with it up top. His guys now down by a point. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Butler into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Rejected by Giannis.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Wiggins to T. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Wiggins. Nothing going here on that drive. Wiggins to Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. Brogdon. To Middleton. Has a look. And Towns is there for the board. Teague with the basketball. Down a point. Here comes the screen. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. And draws the foul.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Butler to bring it up. Tie game, third quarter. Wiggins scores from the post.
And every time I think about Andrew Wiggins, I wonder, can that beast mentality be taught? Or is that something that's innately in you? That's always going to be the question looming around Wiggins.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Here's Lopez, down low. Just off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Wiggins to Rose. Butler. Ah, that's a 24-second violation. It's that time for new blood. Mike Budenholzer makes the move to his bench. DiVincenzo. Wolves have it. Waller into the front court. Leads up, bucket. Inside, he scores.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
T to Rose. Butler to Teague. Trying to cash in. He connects off the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. To Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. And it's rejected by Jang.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
The Bucks at the controls. Knocked loose. Knocks it down from mid-range. Deep three at the buzzer. Defense swarmed T. Missed the three. The quarter comes to an end. The Timberwolves have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Rose into the front court. Up by 6. Here comes the screen. T. In scores on the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Screen coming. Curling inside. Oh, he got a piece of it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Adetokunbo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Bledsoe. Not there for Bledsoe. Defense all over him. Teague with it up top. His team on top by 8. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. To Adetokunbo. And the denial.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Minnesota with the basketball. T. To Butler. Takes stock of the floor. Towns. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Screen coming. T. To Towns. Butler for 2. Can't connect. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Bledsoe to Brogdon. The shot denied by Towns. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Lopez. Adetokunbo to Lopez. And too much contact.
A simple touch foul.
Brogdon. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Able to convert inside.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Down low for Gibson. To Towns. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The deficit is 6. Adetokunbo. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Brogdon. From the painted area, won't go down.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Bucks at the controls. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo, deep right corner. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. T to Towns. And coasting in for 2.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Stuffs it down with authority. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks, maybe a God Shamdad. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we played the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
T-Wolves with the basketball to Towns. Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Middleton. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. This will be out of bounds. Off of Butler. It stays with Milwaukee. Middleton. And it's blocked by Gibson. That'll get out of bounds. Off one of the T-Wolves. Middleton. To Adetokunbo. That won't go. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that was not a good shot.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
First one goes down.
Easy layup.
Goes 2 for 2.
Way to hit.
Bucks at the controls. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.